All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Evanescence 6. I hope everyone is doing great today. I know that I am. So we are jumping right back into things today. It actually has been a little bit since I've recorded an episode, and I have done a little bit of work off camera. Just to let you guys know, I'm just checking my audio levels here. It looks like we're doing good. But yeah, I did do a little bit of work off camera. I've been spending some time just kind of just tinkering around with certain things, um, and just kind of doing like just I don't know. I'm sure some of you have experienced it where you just kind of want to get into a game and just turn your brain off for a while. Like you have an idea of something you want to be doing, but you just don't want to be overthinking it. And you just kind of want to relax. And that's what I've been doing here. So it's nothing too crazy. Well, actually, it is something kind of crazy, but it's nothing that super impacts our own progression, I would say. So I'm going to show you guys what we got going on there. And then I think today we're actually going to try to get the arc furnace up and going. I feel like it's been a couple of episodes. I know we're jumping all over the place, but I have been getting a good amount of resources, and I would really like to be able to automate that going right into an arc furnace for us. So I think that's going to be on the docket for today. But anyway, let me get you up to speed on what I have done. So mostly it is down here in our mines. I have been considering a new way of getting up and down here other than a ladder. So if you guys have some ideas, let me know. Other than, I know there's elevators in the pack, right? I want something cool. The only other thing I could think of is create, and I did have an idea with create, but unfortunately when the pack updated, it actually removed a mod that I really wanted to be able to utilize in order to use create in a really cool way. But anywho, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, getting down here to the bottom, I have obviously moved our water basin. We're even farther down now. We are at about a Y level of 11, according to our mini map over there. And yeah, we've done a few things here. So yeah, this is our train station. Well, part of it. This is one of our tracks for our train station. I know I've talked on it in previous episodes. And the whole idea is to get train tracks going to pretty much, or mine rails, whatever you want to call them, train tracks, same difference, right? Basically a minecart station to go to all the different locations that we would really care about. So we don't have to take horse. We don't have to jump into jetpacks right away because I really want to avoid just jumping to the tech because I feel like the second you hit technology, a lot of the difficulty and the fun and the grind of the game is gone and over with. I mean, what we're probably on almost episode 20 here, and we still haven't gotten into like any kind of mechanism or any of that jazz, right? So anywho, so this is the first of probably a few rail stations that we're going to get up and going. Now, most of this I'll probably do off camera because it's just tedious work, but you guys will have to let me know on the design. I figured I would go with some of this marble, some of this slate. We have some limestone on the walls, and then this awesome like green terracotta. I thought the green really looked good. I'm a big fan of like that kind of like contrast between it. The other option was to go even darker on the floors, like a blackish brick color would be really nice. But I think this looks ultimately really cool. Obviously, we're not done. You can see we still have a lot more to do, but this is kind of the rough outline of how it's going to go. Now you might be wondering where this track goes to. Well, let me pull up the map here for you. So this is our main base here, as you can see. We have plenty of waystones that easily get us around. I know there are super convenient and easy ways of traveling. Don't get me wrong, guys. But I want to have fun with it and do things that most people aren't going to be doing in modded Minecraft, which is like putting up a rail system, right? Most people aren't going to do that. So this is going from our base here all the way out to here. This is our ocean line, which is pretty crazy. It's almost 1,000 blocks away in totality, just cutting through the underground here. So I'll take our minecart here, and I'll give you a glimpse of what we got going on. Now, I will say, hopefully it saved these changes. I did muffle the sounds of the minecart because it was just so overpowering. If you guys are ever interested in turning off certain sounds, there is this muffler option. I'll show you again because I did that really quick. You go into your inventory, you go to muffler right here, and then you have a few recent items here, but you can also search for things. So the easiest thing to do would be to search. Obviously, it pulls up two, inside and writing. I believe it's the writing one that makes the most noise. So all you gotta do is you turn it off. That's all you have to do right there. So anyway, let's take the line all the way out, the ocean line all the way out. So yeah, I put a decent amount of work into here. I won't say it was nothing, but it was just kind of that mindless work of, carving out the tunnel ways, placing down tracks and whatnot. And just lighting things up, getting it to the way that I wanted it to be for the most part. I think once we have an exchanging tool, I'll probably come through here and spruce this up, maybe even a little bit more. I'm not 100% sure, or at least make it look uniform. I don't know. I do kind of like how it's very natural in its looks, right? But yeah, this is, it's a very long line. Now, there's many different types of rails. I'm going to talk about this just really quickly here. One of the better rails that you can get is a high-speed rail, which actually pushes you extremely quick. Now, I was utilizing those in the setup here, but it was pushing us so quick that it would get to these points where it would kind of like stutter a little bit. And I think it was just because of the speed that we were going and the inconsistency of it. Now, if we had high-speed ones all the way, it probably would be really, really nice. But it's very expensive. They do take diamonds to get up and going. And when you're talking about like what, about 1,000 blocks or so or something like that away, like 800, 700, whatever it is, it's a lot of diamonds right there. So ultimately just went with powered rails and normal rails, kind of divvying it up in certain spaces. Did I probably go a little bit overkill with it? 100%. Probably could have spaced it out more, could serve some more resources. But in this pack, it's super easy to actually make powered rails if you get into the transport mod. So if we go to powered rails here, as you can see, we go to the transport mod, right? Powered rail. Oh, well, it's here. It's via the transport mod here. So you can make them up just like so, and this will give you 24 powered rails using these gold rails that you can get by taking gold and putting them in here into the rail workers bench. So basically, you are what, 612 times 4? You get 4 times the output if you just throw the gold into this workbench and turn it into gold rails and then make it this way. So I 100% recommend doing that because you get a lot more output for it. But anyway, we've reached the end of our line here. I do take the cart with me. I'm going to do some more with like detector rails and things like that, and like, you know, blocking it off so it's not getting in our way or anything like that. But then this is the end of the rail. I guess I'll give you a little look. Obviously, we haven't done anything with this station down here other than making a nice pathway up to the surface for ourselves. And I have found a lot of stuff along the way mining. Like right here, we do have this cool little like boss room. I had like a little boss fight in there, or just a unique mob, I should say, that was in there. But we're going to come up here to the very tippy top of our area, and this is the oh, it takes a little second to load in there. Unfortunately, it is raining and it is nighttime. I guess we probably should sleep through the night here. All right, night slept through, but yeah, I did get a nice little kind of semi-station over here, right? Nothing too crazy, just enough to get us going, and a little pathway here with the resources that I had on hand. But this takes us out to a whole new area for us to take advantage of, right? We're right on the cusp of an ocean here. I mean, look at all of this space of things that we could be utilizing and doing. It's interesting. There are definitely a few things out in the ocean. You can see from the minimap, there's definitely something right there. And then if we go farther north, we do have a sea temple, right? Right down over in here. Probably like a boat there. We'd have another temple there. Like lots of cool stuff for us to go and explore through here. One of the big things as well is right over here, over the horizon, over this little hill here, there is a random block up there. Just noticed that. There's a slime island in the ocean. Not sure if it's supposed to be like this, right? But I did, obviously, as you guys can see, I took some cobblestone. I pillared my way out there with a makeshift bridge for the time being. I could have just swam out there realistically, but I thought this was a bit nicer. But this is going to help aid us in getting some more resources, especially around slimes and things like that. As you can see, we can just hop on over here, and we got a bunch of slimes that have already spawned in. Can take them out. We do have earthy, slimy grass and so on and so forth, like congealed slime blocks and just all this goodness, right? Here's some of those, like stone spire forests or something like that is what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. But anyways, yeah, so that's what we got up and going. And obviously, guys, like I mentioned, the plan is to have it go in multiple different areas, right? So we have this line, the oceanic line going this way. We might even have one go a little bit north here and have the coastal line that would go along here. And then I'm thinking what we'll do is probably have one that goes out this way, maybe meets up with the river. And then depending on how things go, I'll either have a line that goes south, right? That hits a lot of our waystone points, or I'll set up a boat. I think there is ships in this pack, if I'm not mistaken. I know I'm talking a lot. But anyways, yeah, there is a small ships mod. I don't know. I think we can actually ride on these, which would be really cool. So then we could just set up a like a port on the river, and then we could easily take the river up and down as needed on those ships. So again, guys, of course, there's always better ways of transportation, especially in modded Minecraft, man. There's such easy ways of getting around, but I want to take advantage of all the mods that are in here that usually probably get overlooked because people jump to the easy forms of transportation first. But anyways, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the base. I'm going to get things correctly set up and ready for us to get our arc furnace up and going. I'm really excited. It's been a long time coming. We've put it off. We've been jumping to and from all these different mods all over the freaking place, right? But I'm ready to get back there, kind of put that to rest, and then move on to the next thing. So guys, I will meet you back at the base. All right, guys. So we're moving right along here. I'm actually been taking a little bit of time getting some things together here. And I realized I didn't have enough steel. So the one thing I did want to note, thanks to a viewer here on the channel, I'm sorry I forgot your name off the hand. Actually, you know what? No, this is deserving of a recognition here. Hold on. All right, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this name. I had to look it up. It's Probonia, I think. Recent kind of long-term follower here on the channel. I do appreciate you leave a lot of comments, so I do try to read through all of them, even if I don't get to reply to all of your comments out there. But beside the point, they had commented mentioning that for coal coke, you can put it into a block formation to make it up, and then same with the blast furnace for iron as well. You can do the same over there. So as you can see, we're kind of held up here because we're waiting on some coal coke to get sorted out over here, but you can put these in blocks, but they do take forever to go through, man. I am not even joking. It takes an eternity to be able to cook that bad boy up in there in the block formation. Now, I don't know if we can, I think we can utilize normal coal. I don't really remember offhand if we can or can't. Well, let's take a peek here. We have a good amount of coal here, so I just want to keep the process moving more so than anything at all. I just don't want it to slow down because we're waiting on 2 more blocks of steel there, and then once we have those, we have everything to get the arc furnace up and going, which is perfect. So can we throw these in here? Unfortunately not. I think it does only take coal coke, which is a little bit of a bummer. So we're just gonna have to unfortunately wait on that thing to take an eternity. But I thought in the meantime, what we would do is kill this guy because he's annoying. Oh my gosh. All right, get out of here. We did get the silver nail trinket though. We have been getting a few trinkets here or there. I'll open, you know what? Let's open it up right now. I think it's under R if I'm not mistaken. And we can keep unlocking them as we go. I do have one here. We need 35 levels to unlock the next one, but we'll go into here and we'll see what the silver nail is. You deal 10% more damage to your enemies. Wow, that's actually pretty nice. What I was rocking on this one was, I believe this one, the drop spindle. Chance to repair your armor while fighting your enemies. Rarity elite. So that seems a little bit better. The legendary, yeah, they have different rarities on here, but we have a bunch of ones that we've gone through and unlocked thus far. I think I'm going to stick with that one for the time being. But anyway, that guy was just being annoying. I figured we'd upgrade our backpack. That is another quest for us to keep moving down towards, is getting the diamond backpack upgrade. I actually did get a stack upgrade and a feeding upgrade on ours, which is pretty nice. We could get the magnetic one at some point, but let's go to sophisticated backpacks here. So there we go. We actually have a couple backpacks in here because you do have a chance of finding them out in the world in different chests and things like that. So just keep that in mind. But I figured we would upgrade ours to the diamond tier because we do have everything we need. We're going to knock that off of there. We have plenty of diamonds from our minecart tunnel building excursions that we've been on. And this does retain the inventory, so don't worry about that. I was a worry for me in the past that we would have to empty everything out. You do not have to do that. It should hold it for you. Now, we're not going to be able to get the next tier of it, so I'm going to throw this into our backpack slot there. We should still be able to open it up, and bada bing, bada boom. We not only have more inventory, we have more upgrade slots that we can fill out here, which is perfect. The stack upgrade is super nice. I believe we can get to the next tier as well, but we need blocks of diamond for that. We're not really at that point just yet. Now, the automatic, the magnet pickup would be really nice because that is one on the list here. We are going to get an Alchemist's Delight. The Everlasting one, we definitely can't do right now. But the magnet one, Are we... I don't know if we have any ender pearls. I don't know if we have any ender pearls. We do. Okay, so let's get the magnet upgrade, man. We have the advanced one, which we could definitely get. Greater range. Magnets, items, okay. Why not? We got everything for that. Actually, I don't think we have whatever that middle tier is. What, the pickup upgrade. We don't have that. And we do need a sticky piston, which I don't think we have. No sticky piston and no upgrade base. Wow, okay, we got to do a lot of stuff here. Okay, so I got everything that we needed. It's flowing in here to get the pickup upgrade first and foremost. Picks up items, which is nice. We'll see how it goes if we ultimately like it or not. And then what we'll do is we'll get the magnet upgrade here. We'll throw that just like so. We'll request the items because I just don't feel like throwing it into our system. We have it right in our inventory. Nice little trick for you guys if you are using this setup as well. So we do have the magnet upgrade. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll get that right there. And then we could go to the next tier if we wanted to. We could either use more ender pearls or we could just use a diamond and some gold. I'd much rather save our ender pearls because we do have the diamond resources as it is right now. So I figured use that and save our ender pearls. But this should be pretty nice. Let's get that just like so. Advanced magnet upgrade. So if I throw this into here, we can go to the side here. We have block, match item, ignore durability, ignore NTB. Okay, so match item, match mod, match tags, match item. Match backpack contents. Only allow. Okay. Match durability, ignore durability. Okay. So I think we could have this set up to pick up specific things for us. So we already have... Well, we already had the pickup one. I guess I just didn't realize it. Whoopsie doodles, I could have just used that. Oh well, I wasn't paying attention. I actually got that from a dungeon. But anyways, we'll hold on to that. We might be using it down the line anyway, so... but we will put this away for the time being, I guess, then. And then what we could do on our backpack is set this up to pick up specific things. So we could have it pick up, like, the diamonds for us. Or if we had... iron chunks, we could do that as well and have them pick up both of those for us, which is perfect. Super nice. Okay, anyways, I'm getting distracted. Let's check and see how things are going here. So we did get another block here. I have a feeling this is going to take quite some time to get through because we still need the 2 blocks. So I guess what we could do in the meantime while this is going here is we could run over here. I already started getting things set up for the arc furnace. So I am using the projector. I've gone over this in previous episodes before, but if you guys are curious, feel free to check out one of those episodes around that. Definitely got some more steel scaffolding there. But basically, this is super nice. It allows you to project the structure you're trying to make onto the ground, and then you can filter through your resources, and it'll actually show you where you need to put them on the layout. So super convenient tool to utilize, and this is obviously set up for our arc furnace. All right, going through here, grabbing everything we need. It will highlight, obviously, based upon what needs to be placed down. And then we do need a cauldron there in the front, which, of course, I was trying to remind myself to grab before. And did I actually grab it? I did not. So we do have our items here, our dusts that we need to go and smelt up. So I'll go throw these in our temporary smelter. Over here. Actually, I probably should hold on to these to test once we get this arc furnace up and going, actually. I probably shouldn't jump to that conclusion there. So let's get our cauldron here. We should have one that we can grab. How is this doing? It's getting there. How is this doing? We should have our 2 blocks. And is it burnt out just yet? Not yet. I wish it would show us the time remaining. It used to, or in different mod packs, it has shown that to us before. But for whatever reason, in this one, it's not the same. It's funny, it actually highlights it for us, like I just said, right? But you can see it from such a distance away. It's kind of comical at the distance that you could see it. So there we go. And actually, you know what? We should grab our steel because it won't let us go up the different layers until we finish the previous layer before it. So let's just grab our steel here. 2 blocks. I really hope that gets all the way to completion off of that singular block of coal coke that we put in there. I think that's the one drag around this, is it takes forever to get that done. Oh, that's not actually... Okay. Do we need a specific kind? It might take a specific kind. That's one of the the strange things, right? So what we can do is come over to our workbench here, and I believe we can throw this in just like so. Okay, hang on. Grab that, 'cause I need to. Immersive Engineering. 6 blocks of steel. Oof, okay. This is actually going to take us a lot longer than what I needed to. It says it would accept it unless that's not one of these. What are those? Is that sheet metal? No, those should be blocks, right? Should be the blocks of steel there. There we go. Okay, it got us to the next layer. It doesn't like those ones even though it accepts it. Very strange. Very, very strange. All right, so we'll get these placed down. Okay, that's a higher tier boy. There we go. These 3 in the back. Just like so. Jump back over there. Just like that. And then we need our actual reinforced arc furnace blocks. Just like so. And then we need our redstone boy right here in the front. Just like that. And then we're going to need more steel on the side. Oh, so much steel, guys. It's just astronomical at the amount of steel we're going to need to put through this. So 6 blocks in total. This is going to take a hot minute to do. So I guess I'll just take some time. I'll get this stuff crafted up. And then once we have all the steel that we need, I'll bring you guys on back. All right, guys, so this is taking quite some time to get everything up and going. But in the meantime, I went ahead and did get these graphite electrodes up and going. Now, unfortunately, the way that we have to do it, now I've gone through this process before here because it does take some time to get these going. You do need this HOP graphite dust, which you need to take coal coke dust and put it in an industrial squeezer to get that, or this heat coke dust. Which I don't really even know how you get peat coke. What is this from? Immersive petroleum. From what? Taking water and that to sulfurized diesel and getting that? Like, interesting. Okay. That actually kind of looks cool. But anyways, I'm getting distracted here. So basically, we need to get this graphite dust. It takes about, what, like a stack or so of coal coke dust to get this stuff. And then you need to smelt it into the graphite ingots, and then these can actually be utilized to make the electrodes. Now it's 4-to-1 ratio, and your best bet would be to try to get the blueprint for the arc furnace electrodes, but the only way that you can get this is from a trader. That's the only way you can get it. So if we go out in the world and we looked around, we might be able to find it, but unfortunately, no such luck right off the bat. With my luck, though, we'll probably go out and we'll find it right away. But if you do it this other way, right, using your metal press here, you only get ones that are 50% durable, which is kind of a bummer. I'd much rather have these better end ones, but you know what? It is what it is for the time being. And we still have some more going here. We do have 1 block. Do we have our other block ready? Nope. Looks like it does need that one final piece of coal coke, which is just so frustrating. I don't think I have any. Do I have any coal coke in here? Let's look. It'd be amazing if I did. I have some dust, which I don't know if you can use dust or not. Let's test it out. Why not, man? Let's see if we can utilize the coal coke dust in this bad boy here. Can we use this? Oh no, it actually went through and it worked. Okay, cool. I was a little bit worried, but it does answer our question. You cannot use this. Be nice if you could, right? But anyways, we'll put this away for the time being. They gave us our final 2 blocks of steel that we need. Ugh, this is just, it's so resource intensive to get this up and going in terms of steel. So definitely recommend having a good amount going right off the bat. And actually, we didn't need 2 of these. We only needed 1 more. I completely forgot. So we got that going just like so. And now we need to nix that off of there. We'll grab these bad boys. We're not going to need those until later, so I will hold on to them. I do need to get up there, though, unfortunately. So let's use some dirt to pillar our way up here. And we do need our refined blast furnace bricks here. So we'll put these down. Just like so. And then it does look like we need... What do we need? 2 of these right here, scaffolding. And then 1 light engineering block there. Does look like we need 3 more, just like so. And then 2 more of that scaffolding. And I think that's going to do it. So now all we got to do is take a hammer to it, which of course I don't have on my persons. We'll take this, and I believe, do we just hit the center block, or do we hit this block? Don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay, I figured it out. Ha! And then we'll definitely want to just get rid of that for the time being. So shift and right click will take off your projector. But there we go. We have it up and going just like so. Now, I'm not 100% sure where the input and output is. I really don't know. It's very interesting when you get into the interface of it. It looks like this will ultimately maybe be the output of it, making it. And then the input would be on the back side here. We also do need to give it power, which power I believe comes to these 3 items in the back, like these 3 pieces there, which is actually pretty interesting on how that ultimately works. I don't know if we can just do medium voltage, so let's try to get some voltage items set up here. We do have that coming over to here. I am just using low voltage for our crusher. That's really all it needs, to be completely honest with you guys, is just low voltage over there. But you know what we can do? We can nix this bad boy off of here. And what we'll do is we will take a medium voltage connector here and throw it on there. Actually, I don't know if I already had a medium voltage on there or not. We'll take the medium voltage relay, and I'll put it right there. Now we need some medium voltage wiring as well. We'll take that from there to there. We'll take, can we use low voltage then? Because I have some low voltage. Okay, I cannot attach a wire to there. I don't think it's going to let me do it to medium voltage. It's going to have to be medium all the way. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but we can upgrade. Why not? We have the resources to do so, so let's upgrade a little bit here. The medium voltage connector. We're also going to need the medium voltage relay. I need to take some of this junk off my inventory, man. Holy smokes. All right, so we have that. Could we just have it come from, like, the backside instead this time, maybe? So it's not right in our face. So medium voltage, the medium voltage, it does not like that there. Let's not fall into the crusher. That would be very unfortunate. If I put it there, will it like it there? And not. Okay, jump around. There we go. We'll take that from there all the way over to there, which should be good. And actually, we probably want to bump this even farther back. All right, let me get this organized here. You guys don't need to see this. All right, guys. So I got it wired up here. As you can see, I just went with medium voltage all the way through. I like the medium voltage. It's nice. We could convert it down if we really wanted to. I think this side will ultimately switch out eventually because this stuff is very dangerous to be working with. But we got some medium voltage going over here. I do have some relays, as you can see, relay here, and then it's going down to 3 of these inputs on the back. You don't have to do all 3, but it basically just bumps up the overall power that it's getting to it. Now looking in the front here, as you can see, there is a lot of interfaces here, and it's actually interesting. It didn't count all of our blocks of steel here, which is very strange because it really should have counted all of those. Well, all we need is to get the 3 more blocks of steel, which I guess we'll worry about later. I could break this, but that's a whole big comeuppance, right? But here, basically, this is going to go through it for us. So the arc furnace is a large, power-intensive machine that can smelt ores into ingots at a 1-to-2 ratio, but can also be used to quickly make alloys, which is really nice. Okay, that goes into that. We can also bring out the book, which will actually be helpful as well. Massive smeltery consists of a steel vat, blah, blah, blah. Multiple items at the same time, but it's also complex and workings will require maintenance in order to continue functioning. Slag must be removed from the machine or it will cease to function, and degrading electrodes need to be replaced over time, which is a little bit unfortunate. That's why I was a little bit bummed that we only got the 50% ones, but hey, it is what it is. To form the structure, we need to assemble it, blah, blah, blah. Energy is input through the 3 connectors at the back, which is what I showed you guys right there. And supplying the control panel at the front with the redstone signal will turn off the machine. Right-clicking the panel bucket or vat will open the interface. But I believe you can click anywhere on it realistically, and it'll show you everything for it. So, out of curiosity, the electrodes, I believe, go in at the top, just like so. And you can actually see them be populated there at the top, which is pretty cool. And then what if I just throw this in here? What is the degrading on it? Holy smokes, guys. That is pretty crazy on how much those off of just one input. That's how much the electrode degrade is. That doesn't seem that great, man. It was 0.1, right? But on this the scale that it's on, right? Like if we put all of these in here, it's gonna degrade it hella quick, right? Now I don't know. The one thing I really, really wish there was another way of getting steel. That would make things so much nicer. The only thing that I could think of doing is getting the steel bee, right? Trying to get one of these guys going, which I believe we can potentially do. I still don't understand the blocker fluid mutations here, right? Like it's the B block, okay, anyways. So very interesting there, right? And unfortunately, they don't spawn in the world, and there's no way to actually breed them unless you have them. So if you have a block of coal, bee block mutation requires there to be a valid hive for the bee to go into and the bee to have nectar. But that requires that. Okay. I don't know, man. Doesn't look like it's in the world. You guys will have to let me know on that. But I do wish there was a better way to get steel, because steel is probably the hardest thing for us to actually be able to make. Now, unfortunately, this does take coke dust. It does take dust in order to get this combination, but it could make it a lot quicker for us, realistically. So if we took iron and the coal coke dust, which I actually put away, I think it's what, the 1-to-1 ratio there. So now you've piqued my curiosity. We do need to wrap up the episode here, though. We do have this, which will be useful. But I am going to grab some iron. Grab like, what, 6 pieces? I think that's all we had in the coal coke. And then we'll grab our coal coke. All of it, please. Request. And we'll throw this in together. We don't need any of this cabling on us. We'll put that away. We'll grab that. And then we'll come back over here and put these together. So this might make it a little bit easier for that. Now, I don't know if we can use it on... I don't think we can use it on a bigger scale. Like, it really is just a 1-to-1. Yeah, it has to be on that scale of it. You can't do it any higher, unfortunately, like in the block formations. Which is fine, right? Like, let me just double check. Yeah, crusher. Yeah, nothing. You definitely can't. So if I come over here and I throw in iron and I throw in this, it'll take both of those. Now, it does use a whole heck of a lot of power, man. It's draining it super quick. Like, we really just can't... It doesn't want to keep up with it, man. Like, on how quickly it's just draining the power. So it does require quite a bit to go through. We do have a good backlog of power, but getting a biodiesel generator up and going would be super nice. And I mean, just look at the amount of degradation, of the durability on this. It's just kind of insane, right? And it's across the board too. Like, those things are going to go super, super fast. I really wish that there was a better way to get those, right? Other than the dust. Because really, in the long term, it doesn't really make much sense, right? Unless we got this stuff going, right? The peat coke, or the pet coke, right? If we could get that going from a coker, that would be relatively good, right? So anyways, so that's going to probably do it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below. Better yet, leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking here on the series. Any tips or tricks, always highly appreciated. We'll probably get some automation eventually going for this, but just with the, I don't know if the arc furnace is really worth it, to be completely honest, just to be based upon how the pack is set up. I don't know, man. But if you are new here and you do want to follow along, definitely hit that subscribe button and bell notification. I'll let you know every single time a new episode is posted here on the channel. We do stream over on Twitch on Mondays and Fridays at about 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you feel like checking that out, the link is in the description down below, along with the link to the community Discord. If you feel like joining in the community, and at least staying up to date with everything that's going on, and do post announcements over there. So it's a great place to get all your information at. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today, hanging out with me. I appreciate it so very much, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Take it easy.